holding me back. Oh, how's that going to work? It's not. And it just makes them feel bad and makes them wrong. It's compassion. The ability to walk a mile in another man's moccasins and the ability for him or her to let you do the same. This is where communication comes. And it's an art to be able to say to your closest friend who's broke and miserable all the time and he just brings you down, he's so negative, but you've known him since school and he's got a good heart and he always lends you the box trailer on the weekend when you need it and he's always willing to fix the car and he's been working for you. Every time you ring him up, he'll come over and he'll paint your shed for nothing and he'll never accept any money for it. And he's got a heart of gold. That's the bloke that you really need to get away from. Because underneath there, he's crying out for wealth and for money and to be loved and to increase his hemisphere of influence. And that's why he does everything for free. And he's a great bloke and everyone loves him. But no one can really stand to be around him. And he's not inspirational to anyone. And he doesn't really inspire anybody else, but everyone uses him as a workhorse until he dies. I guarantee you are not doing him any favours by allowing him to do that. Or her. And women are bigger offenders than men in that area. And I say offenders, I use the term loosely, because women just want to help everyone. And they won't accept anything for it. Like, oh no, you look after yourself, I'll look after you, I'll look after you, I'll look after you, I'll look after you. Do this for an exercise. See how long you can last. Every time you do something for someone else, charge them for it. Best mate wants a lift to the train station. Yep, no worries, $5. You what? $5. Just tell him you're doing an experiment. $5. You'll soon find out who your real friends are. Because if you sat down and said, listen, Fred, I've been taking you to the station every day for the last 10 years. And I appreciate that I make more money than you or whatever it is, but what I want to do from now on is it costs me $30 a week in petrol. So I need you to come up with $15 a week, otherwise we need to end this transaction because you're winning, I'm losing out of this. What's he going to say? He might spit the dummy, he might lose the plot, he might do all of those things. That's the risk you've got to take. But if you can communicate to him from your heart that you're doing it for you and that you need to grow and you need to expand and you're looking at what you're doing, and even tell him it's an experiment. You don't have to make him wrong. There's many ways you can tell him. If you can communicate that to him, he goes, yeah, sure, mate, why didn't you ask before? Here, $10, have it. Whatever. How about I pay for it this week, you pay for it next week? Didn't realise it was a problem. Or, you tight ass, you, and he's going to unload on you with a series of expletives that would make Billy Connolly cry. Does that give you a hint as to what his motivation is? Absolutely. See, the biggest vampires, the biggest people that suck the lifeblood out of us always look like they're really great people. And they never accept anything for what they do. Because they can't. And I'll even say this. The most creative people on the planet all die broke. Artists, all of those type of people. The people on the planet that get paid the most, actors, musicians, rock stars, all of those types of things. Most of them, and I say most, not all, but most of them are absolutely putrid on the inside. The reason they sing and they write songs or they act or they do their craft, the reason they do it is because they cannot stand that beauty to stay within them. They have to get it out. That's where creativity comes from. Creativity comes from that variance. That place of, there's beauty within me, like most rock stars, most bands, the big ones, they're all, littered. There's so many stories. In fact, If a band comes along that doesn't do drugs and that's not into the big parties and not sexually